Hey everyone, it's Amelia. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the sitting trot. I think this is one of the hardest things. Sometimes you watch someone sitting the trot and you think, oh, it just looks so easy and so effortless. But the reality of it is that sitting the trot requires a lot of strength and a lot of muscles and also flexibility. So I'm going to talk you guys through a little bit some ideas how to sit the trot. Hey guys, it's Amelia, and today I'm going to talk to you about the sitting trot. I think the sitting trot is something that everyone struggles with, and we all think that like it should be easy and comfortable, and I don't know that that's ever the case, because especially these warm bloods that have bouncy trots, it's kind of it requires a lot of muscles to sit the trot properly. So when I'm sitting the trot, where I feel the most as far as my muscles go is in my hamstrings, so back here, and then also in my inner thighs and my lower abs, because that's really like your legs are really what stabilize you, and then your hips are moving with the horse. So let me show you. So usually one thing to keep in mind with the sitting trot is that you want your horse to be in a good frame and in a good trot before you try to sit it. I think a lot of people make the mistake of trying to sit the trot too soon on a young horse or on a horse that's maybe not round or not supple enough in its back. So I always warm up in the rising trot. And until my horse is really warmed up and feels good, I don't sit the trot. So, but even while you're in rising trot, like you can a little bit be thinking that when you're in rising trot, so when my butt goes in the saddle, like now, that I have a feeling of a split second of sitting trot at that moment. So I a little bit am moving my hips and really stabilizing through my leg at those moments when I'm in the saddle. So if I don't do that, I post kind of stiffly like this. I don't know if you can see the difference, but here I'm just posting up, down, and I'm kind of landing hard. But here I'm landing a little softer. Even though I'm posting, I have the feeling of sitting trot. Okay, so he feels good. So now I'm gonna sit, and I'm gonna sit really nice and try not to disturb him. So if your horse's trot changes when you sit, then you're not sitting very nicely on their back. So in the sitting trot, I feel a little pressure at my knees, like I'm not gripping with my knees, but I'm not just letting my knees like flop all over. So have a little pressure in my inner knee, my inner thigh, my hamstring. But then I'll exaggerate, my hips are moving. So like my belly's kind of flopping, my hips are moving. Now if you don't move your hips, here's what happens. So if you're bounced, now you can hear bounce, bounce, bounce. My ass is slapping in the saddle because I'm not moving my hips. So now I'm gonna move my hips again. It's kind of like you kind of have to let your middle go to jelly while keeping your upper leg tight, so that's how you get that centaur look, where it's like your legs are a part of the horse and your seat stays connected in the saddle. So my hips are loose, but my upper thighs are tight. So a great exercise, like don't sit so long that you just get exhausted. Sit the trot, make it quality over quantity. So I'm gonna post a few steps again, get everything good, and then sit and really work on the transition from posting trot to sitting trot back to posting trot, that nothing changes. Your horse, the tempo stays the same, the frame stays the same. You don't want your horse to trot less just because you're sitting. And you want to time this just perfectly so that when you go from posting to sitting, you don't bounce extra in the saddle.